Good morning.
Goedemorgen.
It's that time of the morning again. And it's Thursday morning.
It is.
South Africans would say it's donderdagochtend. So yeah, that's Thursday morning in Afrikaans. Guys, we're talking about money, and money is always the big thing. People tell me they struggle. Other people say they're living fine. People say they could do more. Others say they're happy. Others are unhappy. It's always, if you take the same topic, it's always a lot of different opinions on this. And I know it's probably, how can I say, you will never be able to have everybody happy and everybody laughing at the same time and everybody sad at the same time.
Yeah.
Because we're human beings. We live in a different world like that. But the thoughts are for me to just give you a few, how can I say, guidelines on what other people are doing, how myself, what I've been doing in life and so forth. And it's tough to start over in New Zealand, let's be quite frank. I remember when we came here, the rand differed between 10 rand to the dollar and 12 rand to the dollar. That December, just before we came, it went up to 12 rand. And I thought, oh my gosh. I mean, we lost 20% of our income, or 20% of whatever money we had. So at that stage, I was lucky. We just sold the house and I had 100,000 rand. And I chucked the 100,000 rand in an offshore account. I think it was in American dollars or something like that, just to have some money. But that was at 12 rand to the New Zealand dollar, and then went into American dollars. Geez, by the time we converted that all back, oh my gosh, it was up and down. And then we started our own business, and yep, that morning that we opened the business, my bank account for the first time went down to minus $7.
It is scary. It is scary.
Luckily, I had something like $12,000 still coming in, but that was that. There was no other money. So we were at that process where we know, either you're going to make it or you're not going to make it. And
I think that is when you start to think, did we make a mistake? How are we ever going to do this?
I'm just one of those persons. It's probably a stupid part of me or a dumb part of me, but I just refuse to give up. I'm just one of those people. I go flat out. I think life has learned us a lot of lessons, not a few, a lot of lessons. And at the end of the day, we are here now. So it's explain to you guys what we did in the process and how we did it, because I can promise you there was a lot of days that I looked at that bank statement and I thought, oh, jeez. And it happens still. But not to lose faith in yourself, not to feel disheartened, and how to change small things in life. So if you have an idea that you did that's a great idea, let us know, please, because I'm always willing to learn new tricks of the trade. So for me, the first thing that was to curb my spending. And it's easy. You go to, what is that place you love so much that you went the other day? Where you take $2 and you end up with a $200. Kmart, yeah. Because you go in there to buy a $2, something like this will cost you $2 at Kmart, and you end up, when you come to the till, it's $200 with all the other nice stuff that you put in there. So.
And everything is not expensive. So it's like, this one is $2.
It is. It doesn't, but it adds up so quickly, like in crazy. So that's the one thing that I decided to do from then onwards, was to start buying stuff over the internet. I know this may sound stupid, but
is that always a good thing?
No, I'm getting to the bad part of this as well.
It's like Kmart, you just add to your card.
So the thing is that now you want to buy, where's that draadjie? You buy this piece of it's a thing that you link up between telephones or something.
It's a cable.
A cable. So you want to buy this cable, and you go to, let's talk to probably the worst one of them all is Timo. It is on, you're getting hot. Oh, menopause, guys, watch out for that thing. That's a very bad thing. So you go onto Timo and you see, this is for 50 cents. But now if you got to ship it, it's got another $5 to that. So you think, okay, let me buy 2 of these and you see, oh, this thing's nice because that's also 10 cents and that's $1, and eventually end up with another $200 account. So whatever you do is work wisely with your money. And I'm going to say this for South Africans, especially for South Africans. I don't know if there's Americans listening or UK people, and if you guys got the same thing. Because once we look at the thing, if you think one-on-one, and the problem is, after a while, you start thinking one-on-one. You look at this and think, oh, this is $2. But in South Africa, it would have been 30 Rand. You would have thought, 30 Rands. $2, not too bad. Yeah, and that's a problem. Our perspective has changed a bit. Now you see it in a lesser amount, and you think that's not too bad. Meanwhile, it's still expensive. Bad. Yeah. So is there anything that you feel that you are buying? I know you love buying. So.
No, but if I think about the times that we really had to be very careful about spending money.
Pull the belt in a bit.
I would say make a shopping list for the ladies. Don't just go into Back and Save and just buy what you see. Make a list and don't look at the other stuff. So that's maybe a good idea to buy online. If you shop your groceries online. What do they call it?
That's
click
online.
And collect.
Click and collect.
So that's a good idea. Then you only click the stuff that you really need and you just go and collect it. And you don't have, because when you see other stuff, you tend to just kind of, I know what it's like. You want to try it.
And we as men, we walk through. This is the way I go to shop. I don't have a list. I promise you, I don't have a list.
You just chuck in everything you want.
Now, the problem with the list is, and this is something, I know women and men think totally different. I go to the list, I go to the top one, it says bread. Now I go right to the back of the store, because that's where bread is. And the next one says shaving cream. That's right in the front of the store. Now I walk all the way to the front of the store to get my shaving cream. Because I can't check this.
But when you learn the shop,
no, I don't go.
Then you make your list according to that.
For me, I go to the booze, the meat. And
so it's a good idea to make a list to make sure you don't buy unnecessary stuff.
And probably a good idea to know the shop, point one, and to know what stuff is there, because you get the same thing in 10 different prices. And that's how the big companies make money.
Okay, so what else have you got for us?
I just feel sometimes we've got habits. All right. Let me explain to you the habit I have. If I drive to Auckland often. So I drive from Tauranga, she'll give me coffee. Oh, in the past we didn't do this.
Yeah, now we do that.
I drive to Mata. There I stop, I buy myself a coffee. Okay. As soon as I reach Auckland, with all the traffic you guys got there, I need another coffee. So that's coffee number 2. Somewhere during the day, I will buy another coffee, or 2 or 3, depending how many people I see, because every time I see somebody, I buy a coffee. And once I'm ready to leave, I'll buy another coffee as you go out to that services on the left, and then probably Mata again for my last coffee. Now, the whole thing is, when I'm seeing people, I need to buy them a coffee. Okay, so that is non-negotiable. But the other coffees, I can cut out in total.
Yes.
Now, you're just looking for cutting out 4 coffees. That is $15, $30.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound a lot.
It is a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot. If you do that on a daily basis, let me say I do that twice a month.
Yeah.
At $60 a month, I just spend on extra coffees. Well, that sachet costs what?
Yeah, it's like $6-7 for a packet.
For a packet of what? 20?
Yeah, I don't know how many
10. But it's less than $1 per sachet. And while it's either a sachet or $7.50 for a coffee.
But you know what I've also learned about those sachets? It's actually wasting money.
Why?
Because it's not healthy in the first instance.
I understand that, yeah.
And why don't you just buy a bottle of coffee?
I don't know. I think the normal taste of coffee.
I know, but I get to people's homes, then they're new immigrants. Then they open the cupboards. I know it's a new thing. But then they've got all these boxes with all the sachets, different sachets of coffee.
And some of them has got heaps of it.
It is not a necessity.
Yeah,
if you add it up,
if you add it up at the end of the day, and another thing is, at the end of the day, add it up. And if you are already here and you've been in this process and you don't know exactly where your money goes to, what I do with people, and I want you to do this with yourself, take 3 months of bank statement, okay? And go and see everything that came in, all the money comes in. If you work for a boss, yourself, what the story is, take all of that, put that in one column. Then you take the other column, that's the money going out. Certain things is needed.
Yeah, you have to have
You
a
have to pay rental.
car.
You have to pay the water. You have to pay the electricity. You have to pay for your telephones. Put all of that on one side.
Yeah.
Then you check everything else. Everything that looks like a coffee, everything that looks like a takeaway, because it all adds up. And I promise you, if you look at what you spent over 3 months, I'm talking specifically over 3 months, because in 1 month you can think, it's not too bad, but you forget there's 12 or there's 11 other months in that year. If you look over a 3 month period, your eyes will fall out of your head. I promise you, it's scary what you spend money on.
And if you would think that you could have saved all of that money, so every time you want to buy a coffee, put your $5 in your savings account.
Yep.
You'd be surprised at the end of the day how much money you saved. And since we've been, I don't know why people sometimes think, we can't afford to go out for dinner. So, shame, arme ons, you know.
Yeah, but even on there's...
No, but what I want to say is, in South Africa, when we were still living in South Africa, we spent so much money on eating out. It was one of I don't know why we did it so much.
And the other thing is, once I sat down with myself and I took my whole budget, and this is South Africa, I took my whole budget and pulled it apart, and I saw what I was spending on eating out.
Yeah.
I just stopped it. I said, whoa, stop. It can't go on like this.
In New Zealand, I can honestly tell you, I can count on 2 hands how many times a year we go out.
Yeah.
We will sometimes go for a breakfast because it's really not that expensive.
You get a lot of food for...
Yeah. So if we want to go out for something, we normally do a breakfast.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if we travel, I take something for us to eat on the road. It's nice. You can do it. It's beautiful, the scenery. You take a break.
And the other things you could... And I know we're going back to that sachets of yours.
Yeah, but you can do that.
Take the sachet. You don't need a whole stove. I'm just going to say good morning to Vanita. Vanita said good morning on the other channel. You have these stoves that you can buy. Sometimes they sell them for like something like $10. I actually got 2 of them for one or another reason. I bought 2. I don't know why. And then you get this canisters with gas in. Now, this is not probably the most ideal thing to leave in the sun, blah, blah, blah. But you can have this and a little poikie and just stop next to the road and make a bit of coffee if you want to.
The thing
Otherwise,
is,
buy a
then
flask.
it makes sense. Yeah, buy a flask.
Buy a flask.
Then it makes sense to buy the sachets because you can get a box of coffee sachets for the price of 1 coffee that you will buy if you have to buy it next to the road.
Just makes way more sense.
There are a lot of ways, and I don't know why we sometimes think that if we can't do something, then we're not okay. Then we somehow want to go back.
There's a question.
Yeah.
What is the ideal budget for entertainment or eating out? That comes from Vanita. Vanita, depending on what you guys are doing, and goeiemôre to Andre Snyman. Depending on why you are going to eat out. If you're just going to eat out every day, geez, you'll burn through money like crazy. But I mean, your hubby's got to take you out from time to time because that's what a good hubby do. But don't overspend that. And look for value. Value in places that sell you food. There's some places that sell you stuff, and once you've left there, you still go and look where the nearest KFC is.
And you know what? That's the nice thing about restaurants these days. When we were younger, we didn't have that. Nowadays, they put the menu outside, so you can actually see what is available and the price. So
that's also a problem because it makes you hungry.
Yeah, but the thing is, you go from the one and you see, it looks nice, but we can't afford it. Then you go to the next. So you find something that you can actually afford. And if don't worry about sharing a meal. We sometimes share a meal because the food, it's just so much.
Yeah, but it's a big meal.
Why not just share
2
it?
and you just take half home again.
So I don't know if there's like an ideal budget. I would just say maybe think of it like how many times do you really have to go out for something? You can go out and just buy something, a takeaway, and go sit on the grass and eat that.
And something that Benita's saying, she goes online first and look at prices. That's something we do as well.
Yeah, I also do that.
You can sometimes walk into a trap and they look cheap, or you think you're going to get good value there, and then it comes back, it's very expensive.
The other reason why I do that is I can't make up my mind if I'm sitting there. I don't know what I want to eat. So
good morning to Caroline House as well. Goeiemôre. So, yeah. The big thing is to spend less. And there's creative ways to spend less. And I know a lot of people say, oh, I can't afford this and I can't afford that. It's good if you can't afford it and you know that you can't afford it. But now when people think they can't afford it, they go into personal loans, credit card, Afterpay. I know people stick to Afterpay. But Afterpay is already spending tomorrow's money. And if you have something like a credit card, then they charge you 20% interest on that. You're taking next month's salary and taking 20% less of that money home. So that's a big problem. Yeah, that's a big problem.
Yeah. Lorette Larson is also saying they take a lot of road trips, but they put drinks in the thermal bottle. So you get yourself a flask and they pack snacks from the house. So you stop for one coffee because that's the treat. You have to treat yourself. Otherwise, you're going to get really depressed. But don't do it every day.
Yeah. Weird thing that we did, we drove to the South Island now. That was about 24 hours of driving. So we could have stopped everywhere and eaten. And so we did stop once to eat in the whole period of time, but we wanted the coffee. So we had this coffee maker at home. Myself being in the 4x4 car such scenario, I got a battery where I can run the coffee thing from. What do you call that thing?
The coffee machine.
The coffee machine, yeah. And we often stopped and just made coffee next to the road. We just had to buy a bottle to take fresh water. But we did that coffees for about $1 each.
Yeah.
And it was decent, nice coffee. So, yeah.
Benita's also saying going to the movies, it's very expensive. I know it is. I normally go, we try if we want to go to the movies on a Tuesday or Wednesday. I know they've got half price or something like that. So if you maybe want to go, pick one of those days. And otherwise, have movies at home, have movie night at home. My kids do that. So they make their own popcorn, they put the mattress in front of the TV, and they just have, with the family, they have a...
And we went to the movies, I think the first time this year, the other night.
Yeah, I like going to the movie.
I was shocked.
The price.
That bottle of Coke cost us, per bottle was $8.
Yeah.
For a normal bottle, that's $3.60 in the shop.
No,
it was $8 a bottle.
Expensive.
I don't even know what they charge for the popcorn. I just thought, goodness me. But we shared a popcorn. So.
Yeah. And the thing is, with me, I don't really like popcorn. So for me to go to the movies, I'll maybe
you're one of those people.
Buy water or something. Yeah. I go to the movies to movie. I don't really go.
Yeah, and I mean, it's an hour and a half or 2 hours.
And the other thing is, we normally in South Africa, if we went to the movies, we went to the movies and then we went to dinner. But if you buy popcorn, you kind of have to just decide what's more important. Then you don't need to buy dinner. Because it fills it, So these things that you can do.
There's one tip for eating out early or cheap as well. If you go to the food courts of the malls, and I know not everybody's got a mall, so sorry about the South Island people, but all other places have got malls. We actually, before the movie the other night, we had a meal at the food court, and I had a big curry and rice. I'm talking a massive curry and rice plus a naan, plus a Coke for something like $18.
Yeah.
And I actually ate. It was enough. It really was more than enough. I left some of my rice. Didn't do that. So yeah.
Andre's talking about the first table offer. My kids do that. If you really want to go out for dinner, look at that. It's a really good way to save a lot of money. If you really, and it's nice restaurants.
We've never done a first time.
No,
we don't go out that often.
We don't, but the kids do that quite often. And I mean, they really live on a very strict and tight budget, but they still do stuff that's really nice that they enjoy. And you should actually talk to them and find out how do they budget, because they are really doing it very tightly.
Benita's saying we now watch movies at home. It's too expensive. Yeah. And that's a fact. I mean, you're already paying for all these channels where you can watch movies. Yeah. Very much the same movies that are in the cinema.
Yeah, you just wait a while.
Yeah, just wait a while.
So what other What do you do about saving and stuff?
There's a few other things. It's easy to say now, okay, let's use less of our money, but what do we do with it? So what I started doing is I started chucking that extra money into a savings account.
Yes.
And once I reached a certain point, I put that money into an investment account.
Okay.
And I leave it. I've got this knack of not touching money once it's out of my.
Funny enough, I also do that.
I
struggle to get it out.
And the thing is, I can access that money within 4 working days if it needs to be. But I've got this knack of just chucking it in there and leaving it in.
Is it still there?
There's still money in there.
Okay.
So I do a bit of investing myself, so I play a bit of shares as well. But the Americans haven't been gentle on us with the shares and so forth. So.
But yes, that is a very good idea. And even if, like we said previously, even if you save $20 a week, put it in your savings account.
That's where I started. I decided I need to save. And I thought, geez, you needed thousands of dollars to save. And I think a lot of people has got that idea that you need a lot of money to start saving. I started with $20. But I started religiously, and this is what I tell people: once you commit to that amount of money, you have to commit to that amount of money, stick to it.
Yeah.
So it's $20 a week; it goes out.
Yeah.
And then I upped it because I now could feel I'm used to not having that money, upped it to 50 and so on. It went up the whole time. So
yeah. And with food, it's like Venita says here: buy fruit and veg that is in season. At the moment, we can buy corn for 99 cents, and it is the most delicious corn. And we just have choppy and corn.
Yeah, it's easy as that.
I think you can save a lot on food if you put your mind to it. You can
on waste.
Yes.
On waste. A lot of people waste money on food.
Yeah.
And not they buy the most expensive one and they do this and that, and then they don't eat it all and it stays in the fridge and it goes into the bin.
Yeah.
So and that's a South African thing. We used to make big portions.
I think what we've learned now that we live in New Zealand is we don't do food like we used to in South Africa. In South Africa, if you do a braai, if I now think back of the amount of meat that was on that braai, it is actually ridiculous.
We actually thought we were going to eat it all.
I don't know what we thought.
No, gosh.
No, so we buy stukkie wors, a choppy.
Yeah. In the worst case scenario, it will be that she eats only one of the 2 chops I make for her, but I won't make 10 chops for her, and she'll only eat one.
It's not like it used to be in South Africa. What we have learned now, I think in South Africa or anywhere else, probably it works like that now with the economy everywhere very tight. Everyone brings their own meat, so you can do the rest of the stuff, the salads and the potatoes and whatever, but everyone brings their own meat and their own drinks.
But it's saying the food scrap bin is very good. You can see how much you throw away. I don't even have a food scrap bin. Ours got stolen, point 1, and we don't actually throw a lot away.
No, we don't.
We don't. This is one of the good things that we've learned in New Zealand is not to throw stuff away. So we try and reuse that.
Yeah, but I know of people that don't eat leftovers. We don't mind leftovers. Yeah. But a lot of people, I don't know, they just spoiled. They don't do leftovers.
Don't do the leftovers. But we grew up poor, and you had to eat what there was.
And it's normally better the next day anyway. Okay, give us a few more things.
Point 1, whatever you save, you have to save it really. You have to put it somewhere in an investment account. It has to grow for you. And let's pop to the bigger item stuff. Cars. Let's talk about cars. Point 1, try and repay that car as soon as possible. Try to get a budget of what you want to buy and not what you dream to buy. It's important that you buy the vehicle that is right for you. If you do a lot of commuting and you're only on tar roads, a 4x4 is not needed. If you are a lot on tar roads and you drive a lot in town, out of town, wherever, get a hybrid. You'll save a lot of money on petrol, to be quite frank. You save a lot of money on petrol. But if you need to have a vehicle that can travel off-road and those type of things, buy the best for your budget. Just keep that in mind. Buy the best for your budget. And the other thing is, if you do repay that vehicle off over 5 years, it just costs so much more at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Try and repay the vehicle, even if you just pay that $20 per week more into that vehicle account. It just lowers the amount that you owe at the end of the day so quickly.
Wouldn't you say that it's maybe a good idea to have a long-term goal? So it would make you feel better to pay that $20 off.
Your long-term goal must be age 65, and there's a reason why I say
no, but
age 65.
I'm now thinking I want to live better in 4 years' time. So I'm now gonna put $50 a week extra on my car. I know I'm now not gonna go to the movies, but in 4 years' time, my car will be paid off, and I've got that whole.
Can I tell you what clients of mine did? And it's only a few of them that ever did this. So they arrived here, and as normal, one of the two got the job.
Yes.
So in this case, it was the men who got the job.
Yeah.
They survived on that pay until the wife got the job.
Yes.
What happened now was they took the money that the wife was making.
Yes.
That full amount, up to the last cent, they put that in an investment account.
That's amazing.
And those people had a massive deposit within 3 years, put that down on a house, which cost them the same as what they're currently renting.
Because they were used to surviving on one salary.
Yeah. Because the first thing that you do when you get a salary increase is
you use it.
You go and buy new clothes.
You buy new
take
furniture.
Everybody out for a dinner. Yeah.
New car, better house.
And sometimes, yes, you need something. Sometimes, yes, you need something. And I'm going to put this out there. The stuff that you really need is stuff that you got to think about. Will my life be that much different if I buy it today? Okay. Or can I live for another 2 years
without
it? So if the answer is you can live for another 2 years without it,
leave it.
Hang in there.
Leave it.
Vanita say, when is the best age to be debt-free so you can save for retirement? Oh, I would say as soon as possible. The problem, Vanita, with this is we get people from all ages arriving on the island, and normally everybody that arrives on the island has to divide their money by about 10, the bit that they did have in South Africa, and they all end up very near to broke when they are here. And yes, most of them struggle for a while. You struggle to get on your feet, you struggle to understand everything else, the money, the works, and so forth. But as soon as possible, get debt-free. Your house, take it over the period where you can easily afford it. And I'm not saying 30 years. Please, guys, 30 years is way too long to pay any house. But do it over a 20-year period and just repay more into that thing. Because you can do your mortgage faster if you want to.
Yeah.
They've got certain parameters where you don't pay any, fines because you paid it faster, but just get it paid faster. You have to be debt-free at age 65. Otherwise, you can't stop working, point one, and you will not survive on the government the government pension. It's just not enough. I've done my sums up and down. So even myself, I arrived here at 46. I will have to work on way after 65. I was thinking probably 70 or so. Or you can get a Lani job and I can sit at home. Looks like that's not going to happen. Looks like that's going to happen. Yeah. So in short, is point one: cut where you can. It's important. Cut where you can. Have a backup plan, and that by backup plan I mean have 3 months of salary in the bank, which you don't use. Because if you lose your job tomorrow, you are in shit street. Am I allowed to say that?
Yep.
Okay.
Because it's true.
So that's a big thing. Thereafter, start saving. Save. Save for the right reasons. Save for the fact that you want to put a big deposit or bigger deposit on your house. Save for the fact that once a year you can repay more money into your mortgage. Save for the fact that you can repay your vehicle faster, because we do need cars, and I know not everybody can always have 20,000 or 10,000 or 50,000 lying around just to put into a car.
What I have learned from myself now is, if I have a goal for saving, if I know I'm saving for something, then it's easier for me to save. And then I don't touch the money. If you just, I think you have to kind of give yourself things that you are saving for.
Get goals and And you have the long-term goal of retiring, I won't say wealthy, but retiring in comfort.
Yeah. Even if your goal is just, I'm going to save $5,000 this year, even if that's your goal.
And I know sometimes if you look at you have to say $200,000 to buy your first house of $1 million. It looks daunting. You think, oh my gosh, break that down over 2 years, over 52 weeks, and see where you get to. The amount becomes suddenly much smaller.
And make that your goal.
And it's worth it. At the end of the day, it's so worth it. So.
And then for the older people, I just want to put this in there quickly. I don't know why we have this thing in our head that we have to live in this big house. Even if we retire, we have to be, I don't know, we've got this thing about where we want to be and where we want to live, because otherwise we didn't make it. We have got friends now that has been living in a house that they bought, I think, like 21 years ago or something. They were fortunate enough to come to New Zealand when they were in their 30s, so they had time. So they now sold that house, and they bought a tiny house. It's just the two of them, for an amount that makes them mortgage free now. So they don't need to pay any mortgage, and they don't have to stress so much about the work anymore, because they know they don't need to worry about mortgage, and they can one day retire without having to pay a house. So I think we should just get around that thing of being the best and the biggest, and we have to get around that.
We have to get around it. Good morning to Walter Ellis as well. Then the last thing, if you spoil each other and it costs a few dollars, do it. Do it. Live life a bit. Don't be savings poor. But do save. It's important to save. Do save. And if you struggle to understand where to invest the money that you're saving, speak to me. I'm available for you.
And there are options.
There's many options, and some of the options are doing very, very good. All right, guys and girls, that's us. Same time, same place next week. Where are we next week? All right.
We're going to north.
We're going to the north next week, but we will be here until the afternoon. All right. See you all. Thanks for listening. Okay. Bye.